See the line where the sky meets the sea? Oh. Hey, you're not Pua.
Yeah, sunny days, no clouds in the sky, but again, away feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. Oh, these are falling. It's because my bald head, I have no hair to hold it in. Anyways, welcome back to my channel. It is my Disney 100 celebration reviews. Woo! And we are on our 12th official Disney princess, and that is Moana. Before we get into the doll review, like always, I want to welcome back all my current subscribers and any new viewers to my channel. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy my reviews. If you do, go ahead and hit a like button and the subscribe button to stay tuned for future uploads and doll reviews and gameplays. I know we are coming to a close to our Disney 100 celebration with our Disney princesses. However, I have decided to go ahead and do a classic doll review of Raya and Asha, which are going to be the latest Disney princesses. So stay tuned for those. The story of Moana is about a girl who is destined to be the next chief, I believe, or head of the tribe. However, she wants to heal the island because it is slowly but surely getting infected by I guess like the darkness, and then they need to like go away, find other islands, but it's like other islands are also infected by this. So she ventures out to the sea, which her father really forbids her to do, but she ends up doing anyways. And then just to cut it short, she saves the day. The island's restored. She becomes the next in line to run the tribes there. And of course, happily ever after. But I suggest you watch the movie to get the full experience. As mentioned before, Moana is my second princess of all time. First is Ariel, but then it's Moana. So I personally think you should watch the movie if you have not. It is really, really good, in my opinion. Now, let's go ahead and go to my doll room so we can take a further look on this doll. Alright, I know Moana is kind of crooked, you guys, and I did that on purpose, and that's because there's a glare behind me. But as always, we're going to review the box first, and then since I was able to get an extra of this doll, I do have one deboxed, so we'll get a closer look at this doll. So, starting with the box is that same rectangular white background shape, but just like I mentioned in the Merida doll review, they also changed this one, and I'm so happy that they did. So what they did is they gave more of a tribal triangle shape throughout the box, and it does have a glossy effect. The border of the display window is also a gloss effect, and it has those designs as well. However, they did incorporate some floral designs to incorporate with this. At the top left, we have the Disney Store logo, and as we make our way to the bottom, we have more of a decorative design for the display of the Disney Moana limited edition plaque there, kind of. It's not really a plaque, but more of a display. And it is one of 5,500, and of course the Moana name is in the Moana logo. As we turn the box, we have the continuation of that same glossy feel with the triangles, and then the border is an exact same of the front, but on the side, and those florals also come out in this border. And now the plastic display does have that white flat print, but this one has the sun in the sky, the stars, and then the cute boat that Moana has in the film with the waves. Just as always, as we turn to the other side, it's just as symmetrical as the other side, and I won't be doing a detail review like I did. Now, the top of the box does have that same exact feel as the front and the sides of the box, and it does have the white flat print on the top with the sun and the stars. However, I would have greatly liked it more if they put Moana there, but that's me. Alright, as we make our way to the back of the box, we have a exact kind of duplicate design as the front is, except of course there's no display window. So you're going to get exactly the same kind of design, and then we have a gloss feel throughout the back of the box. And we have Disney Moana, and we have a description here, and if you'd like to pause, you may and read on your own. And then it looks like this is where Disney decided to only include one other language. And then we have the certificate of authenticity and display stand included. And this doll retailed at $119.95. So this is kind of where Disney was like, let's go, we're gonna inflate you. Let's get them for the money. Alright, so like I mentioned, I do have one outside of the box. But I'm gonna go ahead and take off the slipcover of this so I can get you a shot of the certificate. Alright, so here we have the certificate of authenticity, and we have that same design that we saw at the back that translates to this certificate. If you'd like to pause here and read on your own, you may. The doll in the box is number 1139 of 5,500, and then the back is the same but in the other language. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this doll out with the doll that I have opened, and then we'll come back to this doll so we can see the back display of how this doll is. Alright, so now that we have Moana out of the box, let's go ahead and start from the bottom up. So we have Moana bare feet, which is amazing, and she is a thicker body type. So I love how Disney changed the body type of this doll as well. So we have larger feet, but I also love that Disney gave a sand effect to her feet. So she is on an island, and of course it's surrounded in sand, and it's giving that how sand would stick to your feet if you are kind of like on the beach. I love that detail. Then of course we have the display stand that comes with all the other dolls. And on her left side, her left ankle, we have a leaf-like ankle kind of bracelet thing there. And the leaves are green with some hints of red in there as well. Then it looks like we have some beaded shell-like looking beads in there as well to tie out that overall design there. As we make our way up, we have her skirt kind of Polynesian outfit here. Let me look and see. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So as I lift the leaf part up here, it looks like we have rope string-like fabric throughout the whole bottom, which is 3 layers. The first layer we have a kind of straw kind of color, so it's like a light yellow tannish color, but then it fades into a red, which is so beautiful and it shines. And then the next 2 layers as we go up is just that one color, but it does give a beautiful effect and it does shine really well in the light. So the leaves are different colors that go around her waist, and there seems to be 2 layers. So we have a top layer first, and that top layer has, I just noticed this as I was bringing this doll in, it has like little water droplets on there, which I feel like that is such a great detail Disney put into it. And the leaves are a shine effect on there with the orangish, reddish greens in there, giving a fall-like leaf. And then below that is a darker brownish purple leaf. Then the leaves kind of get bigger as it drops down to where that skirt, it's not a skirt, but like where the kind of like Polynesian skirt would go. And the leaves are layered, which is amazing. And that water droplet feel effect goes all the way down. Well, yes, it does go all the way down to the bottom as well. It's not on every leaf, which I'm not mad at, but there's also stitching in between the leaves as well, giving that kind of vein-like effect how the leaves would have in real life, which is a great detail that I love on this doll. Now, the leaves do surround her waist, so it does go into the back, but this kind of long dropping leaf effect is just here in the front. So as we make our way up to where her waist is, or like where her belly button would be, we have a red, a kind of bright red, deep red fabric, and it does have, it's not a flat fabric, which I really appreciate as well. And on top of that, they have a embroidered stitching with the flowers and different color designs. There's not many colors with that stitching, so you'll get some oranges and blacks, but I think that's all you'll really get. Now, as we make our way up to her top, this is so cute. I love how they made, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers just for the top. And it has a shine-like feel for like red leaves and how it would be made in her, I guess, tribe. And I love how this is. And it does go all the way through the back. And then on the top part of this, we have like a rope-like feel, and it is braided in there as well. And we have that same kind of shell beaded effect there with the white beads. And I love how Disney and the doll creators implemented this into this doll. And then it shows that her top is held in with, on her right shoulder, that same kind of braided rope effect of that fabric goes over her shoulder. And then we have the fabricated leaves there. You'll get some green, yellowish, and some red. And then they also added the shell-like beads there, which I don't think they needed to, but I love that they added there and incorporated and tied it in with the front part of the top. So I applaud Disney there. And then as we make our way down kind of to her elbow, we have that same fabric that you see in the top right here, but then we have larger red-like leaves, which is also a beautiful touch to it. And it's 2 layers, and I feel like they could have just did one. I feel like Disney kind of went all out with this one, and I really love it. And especially since this is my second favorite princess, I couldn't have asked for any more here. Now, as we make our way up, we're gonna look at her her necklace first, then we'll go on to her cape and accessories. But her necklace is a plastic, let me get a closer look. So it is plastic. Her necklace is plastic, and it kind of gives that same color as the rope of the top of her outfit, but it's painted, so they couldn't really match the color, you can tell, but it's close enough. And then you have white paint shine, which is also kind of giving a shell-like effect, and you can tell that they didn't do anything here, so it overall ties in greatly. Then we have the necklace and the heart of Te-Fiti on her, where she carries it. And I love this because if you see, you have the details in there. And guess what? it opens up and you see the heart of Te in this chamber like to keep it safe throughout the movie. And we have the green like design of how in the film they had it. I am ecstatic, and Disney did not have to include that little detail, and they did. This doll has just like surpassed all of my expectations when this came out. The cape has a tie-in. As you can see, there is like a lighter brown rope-like effect and thicker kind of at the top here that ties in, and it looks like it's a double knotted tie. I probably couldn't even tie that kind of tie. But yes, that is held in place by that. And as you can see, this cape is supposed to be designed with the red leaves, and oh my goodness, it is just amazing throughout the whole back, and it is tied in with a burlap kind of fabric on the inside and stitched. It is so high quality in my opinion, especially for a later princess, that they added this effect. And the first doll that they released was also great, but I felt like they did this one even justice as well. As we look at her accessory, we have the paddle here, and the paddle is a flat paint, but then you also have details all the way from the bottom up to the top. So the bottom, we have some etched in designs that are painted in black. I'm definitely not going to go into too much detail here because this video could take longer than what I normally do. And then we have the designs of where you would hold it, the leaves that are plastic. What they could have done, I'm gonna say this again, is they could have added that leaf effect there. I think that would have been awesome. But maybe it's just easier for them to create and mold this or paddle with the leaves like that. And then as you can see, some greens, some white paint, and then the actual oar itself or paddle at the top. We have a wood-like feel, and then the etched in design, and it's also painted black. And then the very top, you kind of get a fade of that black paint as well. So I'm not going to focus too much on this, but it is very detailed. Now we're gonna go up to her face. Her face is just beautiful, clean, crisp paint as always. They gave her a nude lip with this character's ethnicity. Excuse me, I was getting tongue-tied. But then we have the blush, which we seen in multiple other dolls, and it's not too much, but it is amazing. And then her eye printing is a great job. We have a thicker brow. As like Merida, this doll does not have eyelashes, which I am okay with because this doll is a islander and they don't have that kind of cosmetic stuff. But I mean, they could have given her a lash, a shorter lash, but I don't care because this doll overall in the details and the design, it just, you don't have to have eyelashes here. Now as we make our way up to her leaf-like crown that goes above, we have the same leaf-like fabric, the gradients of the leaf colors are in there, and then we have the plastic flowers that are also incorporated. They didn't need to add that in there, but you know what, they did, and I love it. It's a great tie-in. And guess what, they did not cheapen out and just put it on the front. It goes all the way around this, and we have those plastic flowers all the way around through this crown. So Disney, giving you a clap again. Good job. Now her hair, just like the film, it represents the waves, the curls, it's thick. You get that amazing detail in this doll, and it represents and translates as it would in the film. It is a great, great detailed doll. Now we're going to quickly switch back and review the last thing, and that's the display in the back. We have her on a beach, the island, we have the sand, the waves, the trees, the sky, just like how you would feel like you were on an island or on the beach. You get that same feel. And I love how they have the sand and then have her sanded feet. Great, great effect. Good job. All right, so my overall thoughts, and y'all already gonna know. If I could give this a 20 out of 10, I would. I probably would think, but after the Ariel dolls, this is my favorite doll. And I'm so happy that I was able to get 2 at the time they released. It's a beautiful doll. And I honestly, if I had to change one thing, of this doll, that would just be the necklace. I would have added the white beads and maybe like the rope kind of effect as the top part of the dress. But you know what? To me, it doesn't matter. We don't need it. It's fine the way it is. I think this doll is perfect. Nothing I would change. But if I had to, if somebody said pick one thing to change, that would probably be the only thing I would mention. This doll is retailed, like I mentioned, at $119.95. However, I'm not too sure how much it is now. But as always, I'll go ahead and put a screenshot here of what what Moana goes for now on eBay. So if you'd like to save up for her in the future, you can. Let me know your thoughts on this doll. Let me know if you have this doll. I hope you are enjoying my reviews. Let's go ahead and go back to my computer room so we can close out this review. And that was my review on the second release of the Moana dolls. The first release, of course, had Pua and Hey, I believe. And this one, I love it more with more details. Surprisingly, the second doll release, they added a little bit more, in my opinion. I think what would have made it better is adding Pua, but it's fine. Let me know what you thought of this doll. Let me know how you feel about these doll reviews. Let me know if you want me to continue the Disney 100, because this is the year of Disney's 100th anniversary. And we can continue after the princesses. Like, I have other limited edition dolls that we can review and just tag it as Disney 100 celebration anyways. I think that's a good idea. Let me know what you think. Other than that, I do appreciate you tuning in once again. And as always, I hope you have a great day. Have a great night, wherever you're at today. And remember to stay kind to yourself. Simply Rye, out.